Buddy. Welcome to Turnbuckle Tommy Picks. I hope you guys are enjoying your beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Uh, I'm having a good one so far. Had 10 plays posted on X. Right now, we're 5-2. We had Baltimore and Philly under 8.5. We had San Francisco and Pittsburgh under 8. We had Cleveland and the Mets under 8. We had the Cleveland and the Mets, no runs first inning. Like I told you guys yesterday, I'm not a big fan of playing those heavily. They are not profitable long term. They're a quick fix. Books love when you play them because they make a lot of money off of them. But again, there's just certain spots that I'll see where everything correlates, man. It just lines up, matches, and if the price on the ticket's right and it has value, I don't like leaving money on the board either. So they had it at minus 120. I just thought it was good value. It came through. So, and then we had the Rangers and Yankees under 8.5. That was a winner. We took the two losses with Rangers money line and Rockies plus 2.5. Rockies got the socks blown off of them. But like I said, sitting 5-2. We still got a few more plays out there for the afternoon games, so that'll be nice. I did take a bet about a half hour before the Phillies game started. I took Baltimore first five plus the half a run. That ended up being a winner. I didn't want to post it last minute. I don't like doing that. A lot of times you can't get the same line or whatever. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to discuss tomorrow's games. There's only 4 games on the card tomorrow. It's a smaller slate, so there is something I like in each one, though. I kind of like the cards tomorrow. Again, small slate, only 4 games, but I like the matchups. I think we can find some value in these lines today. Let's start with game one. So game one, since there's 4 games tomorrow, guys, they kind of spread them throughout the day. That way you kind of get baseball all day. You get a game at noon, game at 4, game at 6, and then a game at 7:30 or something like that. First game on the board will be game 3 in the Athletic and Washington series. So you got Jacob Lopez taking the mound for the Athletics and Mitchell Parker on the bump for Washington. Um, I plan on getting to the window with the Athletics run line. It's minus 1.5 at plus 135 right now. Um, Look, it's first of all, Jacob Lopez has been looking decent. He's not killing them, but he's looking decent over his last 3 starts. Got an ERA of 3.14. It's a little bit below his expected. His expected ERA is 3.99. That's still serviceable. He's been decent. A little bit higher ERA on the road, but I'm not so much worried about that. Nationals are not hitting left-handed pitchers right now, and more importantly, the Athletics are. They're smacking the leather off the ball against lefties. We've seen what they did to Mackenzie Gore in game one. I mean, they torched him, and Mackenzie Gore is a much better pitcher than Mitchell Parker. So, Mitchell Parker comes in with a 5.35 ERA. Over his last 3 games, he's got a 6.89 ERA. I mean, this kid's just getting smoked whenever he deals the ball. So I plan on getting to the window with the Athletics run line. I don't plan on complicating it. This is not a good team, but this is a young team they're hungry to let people know they're here. They're hungry to get wins. Um, it's not like they're gonna make a run for it. You know what I mean? But regardless, they're playing good ball right now, man. They got some dangerous bats. They're putting up runs, and I think this is just an easy sweep for them. Teams like this, in my opinion, too, the teams that really don't have playoff aspirations this season, or they know it's probably not going to happen. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, it could if the stars aligned, and it could. But teams like this, they jump at the opportunity to get the sweeps in series, I think, because those sweeps are kind of few and far between for them. So whenever they have a chance to grab one, they definitely like getting them. So I think the Athletics show up tomorrow. I think it's more of the same story of what we saw in game one. And I think they smoke them, man. So I plan on getting to the window with the Athletics on the run line. Game two, Chicago White Sox at Seattle Mariners. This is This comes tee offs at 4:10. First pitch is thrown. You got Shane Smith taking the mound for the White Sox and Logan Gilbert. He'll be on the bump for the Mariners. Now, Shane Smith, man, he's kind of frustrating to be honest with you because I'm a White Sox fan. And here's a guy who started off the season as the White Sox ace. Like that was their ace pitcher. And he looked great his first couple starts, man. He was looking real good. And then out of nowhere, he just started getting torched. And it's been rough for him, man. You know, 4.25 expected ERA over his last three games. He's got a 6.94 ERA. Uh, 4.25 on the road ERA. Small sample size though. He has seen these bats on the Mariners lineup, and they're not really hitting them like that. Cal Raleigh's batting 500 and Julio Rodriguez 333, but no one else has been able to get hits off them. Like I said, very small sample size, but a lot of times that second, third time a lineup sees you, they're able to crack you. So maybe they get to him. I would like to hope, because he has been pitching bad. He's been pitching above his ERA. I'm expecting a little progression from Shane Smith, man. The White Sox are a younger team. Their bats are awake. Their bats are hitting for the team right now. I'm hoping to see a little something out of Shane Smith. Who knows if we will. Logan Gilbert, on the other hand, has been very good at home. 2.27 ERA. Seattle is 2-2 in those home starts. Overall, in his last three, a 3.63 ERA. I like Logan Gilbert at home. On the road, that could be a little questionable, but at home, he has been serviceable. Now, originally, with these two pitchers, like I said, I'm hoping Shane Smith can maybe have a bounce back. I was contemplating the under. I was thinking maybe we get an 8.5. I know that it is at Seattle, pitcher friendly park. Hard to get 8.5s in that park, especially with lower level offenses. But they ended up dropping a 7.5, and man, with the 7.5, part of me wants to take the over. But part of me wants to give it a shot at the over. With the way, because here's my thought process. If Shane Smith does not have a bounce back game and he continues to pitch how he has pitched over these last few games, then Seattle could smoke him, man. Seattle's bats could get to him. And then on the other side, look, I don't count White Sox bats at anything. I think White Sox are good to give you a couple runs every game, damn near. I mean, yes, they have had games where one run, but overall, over the last 60 days, damn near, man, White Sox will give you two runs every game like clockwork. And a lot of times those two turn into 4 and 6 real quick, man. I mean, this is a team who, especially if they're up against a left-handed pitcher, which they're not, but they still rank top 10. Even against right-handed pitchers, this is still a top 10 lineup over the last 30 days on the White Sox. So I could definitely see them getting a couple runs off Logan Gilbert, maybe grabbing a couple off the bullpen. So it's kind of a toss-up. I'm not sure what to do. I want to see the line movement. The first 5 is at 4. Juiced a little to the over. They got the over at -115, the under at -110. Maybe that's something to take a look at. What I'd actually wouldn't mind doing is maybe I'll wait for the first 3 line to come out. If we can get that first 3 under 2.5, at a good price, maybe a -120 or something, -118, we might jump on that first 3 under 2.5. I could see Shane Smith doing good his first round, his first time through the lineup. I could see him being good that first time through, and then maybe that second time they start, feeling him out a little bit and start touching him up a little bit. So if we can get through that first 3 with both pitchers, I'm not really worried about Logan Gilbert in those first 3. He like I said, he's been solid at home. maybe the first three under 2.5 might be something we'll take a look at. We'll see what the price is. But yeah, on to the next one at 640. We have Cincinnati Reds go to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, so this is a game that's kind of interesting, to be honest with you, because man, Paul Skeens is on the mound. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Paul Skeens is projected to start for Pittsburgh. And for Cincinnati, you got Brady Singer. Now, for those of you that don't know, Brady Singer, he's horrible. I mean, I don't like him. I'm not a fan. You got some people that say, "Oh, he has good games or he's serviceable." I don't think so. At home, he's got a 3.36 ERA. That's okay, but overall, over his last three, he's got a 4.60 ERA. The Reds are 2-1 in his last three starts. On the road, he has a 5.73 ERA. He gets lit up on the road. Going against Paul Skeens, I mean, Pittsburgh has such a huge pitching advantage in this matchup. But here is my thing. They have the over and under at 7. I, and man, I don't know. Maybe I'm a sucker. Maybe I'm jumping into a trap. I get that. I get that, Cincinnati hasn't been smacking up the ball, like anything crazy. Uh, I understand that. But, look, Pirates, they got 2 today, okay? But let's look at their last few games. The game before that, they had 1. The game before that, they had 5, so you had 2, 1, 5. Let me see, load. 2, 1, 5, 9. 2, 1, 5, 9, 5 again. Point is Pirates are hitting the ball. I mean, their bats are not abysmal right now. And like I said, man, Brady Singer's trash. The Pirates could absolutely get 4 or 5 runs off of Brady Singer, no problem. And then you get that bullpen that comes into play. I mean, I feel like 7 is entirely too low. And don't look now, but over the last 30 days, the Reds are a top lineup against right-handed pitchers. They got a 734 OPS. I mean, they're hitting righties, man. They're again, they're not destroying it, but they are a top 10 lineup over the last 30 days against right-handed pitchers. Now, that is not me making a case or trying to say that they are going to smack Paul Skeens around or, they're going to get 4 off Skeens, because I don't believe that by any means. I do think they can get 1 or 2 runs off of Skeens. I do believe the Pirates can get 4 or 5 off of Singer. And then when these bullpens come in, I think if each team can get 1 off each other's bullpen, maybe 2. I feel like 7 is entirely too low uh, for a game with Brady Singer on the mound. Personally, that's what it comes down to. I think 7 isn't, because I think Brady Singer himself is capable of giving up 7, and that's why I say 7's too low. Brady Singer having a good game would be on the road. Brady Singer having a good game on the road would be giving up 3 runs. That's a good road start for Brady Singer. For him to pitch 5, maybe 6, and give up 3 runs, he would be proud of that. So I think any game with Brady Singer as the road pitcher, 7 is just too low of a number. They got it a little juice to the over at -120, but man, that's something. This might be Easy Cash's pick of the day, to be honest with you, because I just it's such a low number, man. Look, if it was Andrew Abbott or Nick Lodolo, standing across it, absolutely. Then I would probably stay away, because I'd say 7 is right about the number it should be at, and I would leave it alone. But you're talking Brady Singer on the mound, man, and yeah. Give me the over 7 all day in that game. I will definitely be looking to get to the window. And last game of the evening, 7:15, we got the Miami Marlins taking on the Atlanta Braves. Oh, and another thing, back to the Pirates game real quick. here is one thing that's kind of has me a little baffled. I get Paul Skeens is on the mound, but they have the Pirates as a minus 185 favorite. A minus 185. This is a team that's 49 and 66 playing a Cincinnati team who is above 500. This is a team that's 60 and 55 right now in the season. This is a team that can make a playoff run. Pirates are minus 185. So you're telling me if they were playing in Cincinnati, you're telling me that the Pirates would be a minus 125 favorite, minus 135 favorite in Cincinnati? I just feel like that's a little crazy. You know, maybe maybe a first five, maybe take a Pittsburgh minus a half for the first five. That's a great bet with Paul Skeens on the mound. The problem is Pittsburgh doesn't give Paul Skeens run support sometimes. And that can make an issue for the total. Maybe that's why the total's set at 7 is because the books know that Pittsburgh doesn't give Paul Skeens run support. He actually gets the least amount of run support of any Pittsburgh pitcher. So maybe those bats don't show up, but at plus 150, I mean, I think I might have to drop something on the Reds. You might have to. Plus 150 is absolutely mispriced. Pirates should not be a minus 185 favorite against a team that's 1650. Look, I get Brady Singer's on the mound. I get Paul Skeens is on the mound. Paul Skeens is not going to pitch this whole game. He might pitch a full 5, and then they will take him out to save that arm. They know they're not making it to the playoffs. He'll pitch 5, if that. Brady Singer isn't going to pitch the full game. I just think that, look, again, minus 185, you can't justify that to me. I'm going to have to take a shot at the Reds solely off of the price. That is a mispriced line, and that's a bet. Even if it loses, that's a bet I would take 10 times over because that is a mispriced line. So I will be on the Reds tomorrow at plus 150. On to the last game. We got the Miami Marlins at the Atlanta Braves. This is a game I'm really interested in, actually. So you got the Marlins taking on, it's Yuri Perez going against Carlos Cookie Carrasco. He made his start the other day. Look, man, Cookie's not that good. He used to kind of be good a little bit, I guess you could say, but he's not anymore. This is a Marlins team who they've turned up, dude. They were a 500 team up 2 days ago. They had gotten that win that made them a 500 team, and then they got these 2 losses against Houston. Now they're 2 games back below 500, but they're on a tear right now, and they play better on the road. They are a much better road team. They're minus 125. So you got Yuri Perez, Cookie Carrasco. Yuri Perez, man, he's been doing this thing, 2.70 ERA. He's been serviceable. He's been good. 1.69 ERA over his last 3 starts. I mean, this kid is like he's lighting it up right now. The Braves batters have seen him. They have gotten to him. On away games, ERA 3.18, which is still great. Cookie Carrasco on the other side, 5.68 ERA hasn't been. Look, man, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He's not a great pitcher. The thing that I don't like, this is the thing I don't like, is the Marlins are a minus 125 road favorite. Now, the Marlins do play better on the road. That is a fact. The Marlins are they've been a great road team. I mean, honestly, for a majority of the season, even when they were playing like shit, they were only playing bad at home. Once they'd get on the road, they'd start winning games. But I don't like taking them as a favorite. If you have noticed, look at the tickets, go back, look at the tickets throughout the year, look at the spreads throughout the year. When Marlins are favorite, they tend to not do well. They are a much better road underdog. That's when you want to jump on them. So that's the one thing I don't like. I do think the Marlins win, but at 125, minus 125 on the road, I don't know if I want to get behind it. The Braves are plus 105. Now, this is something I will say on the season. Teams, home underdogs of plus 120 or under have a winning record. So that's something to keep an eye on. Braves are plus 105. So I mean, again, just keep that in mind. Tomorrow the Nationals, they're plus 105. Uh, like I said, I do like the Athletics tomorrow, but that you got to watch line movement, guys, because sometimes the books will tell you, they will tell you what they are predicting. They will tell you where they are comfortable backing their money if you watch that line movement. And again, not don't always chase line movement because sometimes it's not moving in the right direction. Uh, but line movement by the books is something to watch. If you see a bunch of money pouring in on one side, but yet the books are moving the line in favor of the other team, that's the books telling you they don't care that all this money is coming in on this side. They are comfortable taking all of that money because they don't think that team is going to win. I'm just saying, watch line movement. It will tell you a story. So yeah, that's it, man. We like the Athletics run line. Uh, Not sure what we're going to do with the White Sox and Mariners, possibly a first five total. We will be jumping on the Reds at plus 150 and Marlins and Braves. I don't know. I like the Marlins. Don't like them at the minus 125 price, but we'll see. Anyway, you guys hit the like and subscribe. We appreciate you watching. Good luck on your bets tonight. Hope everybody gets to the window and cash some tickets. And you already know. Let's smoke them.